Namaste. Thank you and welcome to Mindful Movements with Mike. This video will be on meditation, and in all meditation, the basic technique is to focus the mind on a single thing. And in this practice today, we will be focusing on the breath, also known in the practice as pranayama. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting in easy pose, just finding my sits bones. If it's more accessible for you to lay down, lay on your back, or in constructive rest. You may even go into a child's pose. There is no right or wrong to this practice. We'll be focusing on the breath and to notice how the breath arrives in your body. And we'll practice using the body that you show up with today. Not striving, not trying to achieve anything. Breathing, there's no competitiveness in breathing. So sit comfortably and tall. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. The sits bones, they're pressed down into your seat, and you may notice where your feet are pressing or even touching the earth. You can bring your hands to your heart center and gently let your thumb rest on your chest bone, on your clavicle. And just begin to pay attention and draw your attention to the breath. Just notice how it feels as it's showing up. Now, for some of us, closing the eyes is totally okay. For others, depending on where you are, you may need to keep your eyes open. But I ask you to just soften the gaze, maybe glancing down towards your feet or just a few feet out in front of you, and to soften that gaze so it's not a stare. And soften the eyes just a little bit. That also helps to relieve tension in the face, the head, and the neck. So as you soften your gaze and you're drawing your attention to your breath, noticing each inhale fully and exhale. Just noticing how the breath arrives in the body as you begin to sink into your seat. Beginning to transition from being the active doer to being the witness. Shifting from a place of thinking, but quieting the mind, focusing on that single thing, your breathing. Just allow the breath to flow softly and quietly, breathing in and breathing out. Just watching it without trying to change it in any way, just noticing. And as your physical body begins to settle in, if you need to make adjustments for your seat, perfectly okay. As another option, you can place your arms, your palms facing down or up. Whatever feels good to you today. Feel and visualize the breath continuing to flow. There's no holding at the top or at the bottom. It's just a nice inhale, reaching the top, and the desire to breathe, and exhale arrives, and then you exhale with that, following the exhale all the way down, and then maybe even engaging the core by drawing navel to spine as you fully exhale. And as you inhale, the belly expands, even expanding up into the rib, all the way up to the very top lobe of the lungs. And then there's another full exhale from the top lung, the rib, all the way down to the lower lobe, and the belly condenses and draws in navel to spine. As you're following this yogic three-part breath, inhale in all the way down to the belly expands, the rib expands, and the chest expands. And then the continuum of the exhale, as you exhale fully, drawing in navel to spine. Now begin to feel the breath as it flows in through the nostrils and down through the throat, and fully beginning to expand the lungs. Can you be the witness? The whole experience of being single-mindedness and being focused on the breath is about being able to experience it from the inside out. So as you're breathing in, feel the breath as it spirals up into the nostril and then flows down into the throat and then disperses into the lungs. And feel the lungs as they fill up and expand, expanding again through the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Fully inhale and exhale. Just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. As you continue to breathe in and out, the mind may wander off into maybe what's going on right now in our society or in your home or in your office space. And it may feel a little bit jittery, or you may even feel good, but either way, allow that to just go right by and come back to noticing and staying with the breath. Easily and naturally breathing in, allowing the breath to flow in to your body and flow back out without efforting. Just breathing, no efforting. Know where to go. Notice what arises. We're being a witness to in this practice. There's nothing to do but breathe. And feel the breath as it pours into the lungs again and down into the throat and expands. So it's a full body. It's full body feeling of the breath flowing in. So it's not just feeling it as it enters the nostril, but can you stay with it as it pours down into the throat and into the lungs, all the way down, filling your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Inhale and exhale. Now for a few breaths, allow your mind to be completely absorbed by this breathing meditation. Simply breathing in, maybe breathing in gratitude, and breathing out. Allow your mind to be completely absorbed with the breath. Still pressing your hips and your sits bones down, and still allowing the crown of the head to reach up, and bring some softness if you can to your shoulder. As you begin to settle in, focusing on the breath, just notice where you can bring some softness and ease. And as you breathe in and filling up, notice if you can soften around the forehead, around the eyes, maybe around the jaw, especially the bottom jaw. Sometimes, unbeknownst to ourselves, we tend to grind our teeth or just hold tension in the lower jaw and the tongue. So relax the tongue, allowing for space for the breath to flow with ease. Become completely absorbed in the breath. You can also to notice where it arises and what it touches along the way. Is it a clear path for the inhale and the exhale? And again, when the mind wanders away from the breath, just gently bring it back to the steadiness, to the rhythm of your inhale and exhale. And again, no efforting here. Just staying with the sweetness, the gentleness, and the steadiness of your inhale and exhale. Holding on to nothing. Breathing in, breathing out. When the mind wanders, gently acknowledge the wandering. You may even say thank you. And come back to the oceanic sound of the breath. If you like, you can even add your Ujjayi breathing to this practice, just to bring a sense of softness and warmth to your inhales and exhales. And for those who may not know, the Ujjayi breathing is just restricting the back of the throat, the glottis, just blocking that, restricting it, and then you can hear the sound of the breath flowing in, and the restriction creates that oceanic sound as you breathe in and breathe out. It sounds a little bit like this. Remain fully absorbed with your inhale and your exhale. Allowing this continuous flow of prana into your body for sustenance, supporting your organic body, your breath, oxygenating the blood, bringing life to our cells, breathing in and breathing out. Begin to notice the natural quieting of the body. As the mind quiets and settles, the body also begins to quiet and settle, because so the mind goes, so the body. So if you're quieting and softening in the mind, the body will also follow with that same sense of feeling of being softened and bringing calm and quietness. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, keeping the gaze soft and just being a witness to the practice. So the mind is still very active, but there's no focus on the mind. The focus remains on the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe in, can you feel this sense of rising, quiet expansion taking place in the body this openness, this spaciousness that the breath has allowed from the mind to the body by simply letting the breath flow. No restrictions, no holding on. Breathing in and breathing out. Now stay with this conscious breathing in and breathing out for a few more breaths. Continually coming back to the feeling that may have arisen or arisen from this practice. Acknowledging that the essence of this practice is to be focused on the breathing, and acknowledging that the mind is still very active and continues to flow, just like the breath, breathing in and breathing out, filling your body. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale in fully. Exhale in. And begin to just open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Just flicker them open, just to let a little bit of light in. Still maintaining that centeredness, that one-pointedness of the practice as you open your eyes and take the space in that's around you. Let's begin to get some movements going. So, of course, this is mindful movement with Mike. I just thought I would have added a little bit of a meditation and a breathing practice in our centering. So what I like to do now is bring some movement. So let's move into table, all right? And so we'll be focusing again, continuing to focus on the breathing, right? So for every inhale, there's an extension, and the exhale, there's a condensing. So it doesn't matter if you're in table and you're doing cat-cow, same thing. Inhale, extend, exhale, exhale, condense. Also, in your warrior postures, this is an inhale and extend, and an exhale and a condense. So come on, let's go right into table. Get onto your mat. And if you need support for your knees, please find support. Support precedes action. So you always want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and using the necessary supports in your practice. Now, before we begin to move, it's important to take care of yourself in your practice. Self-care is it may be the most important thing in this practice. Do what's comfortable. No pain. Discomfort you will experience because now you may be approaching your edge. It's not about what I'm doing. It's about what's showing up in your body and to be okay with that. Okay? So let's go on into table. Knees are separated at hips distance from each other, which is about 2 fists. And your palms are spread out, pressing down right below your shoulders. So find your support and just sort of check in. Find your breath. Stay with that breathing that we had earlier. And your supports involve your palms, shoulders, hips, knees, tops of your feet. And there's an imaginary support under the belly. Let me switch hands. There's an imaginary support here which helps to keep neutral curve in the spine from the crown of the head to the tail. And just imagining that there's someone that's holding you or pressing onto the belly gently just to keep the neutral curve in the spine. Okay, so we want to maintain that. Let's find that neutral curve and take a few breaths there. So it's pressing into the palms, fingers pressing out wide. Inhale, exhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest and chin. Find cow. Exhale, round the belly, draws in, the back's rounded, pressing down. Inhale, chin and chest comes up. Belly presses down, really beginning to bring movements into the spine. Support, building strength in the shoulders. So following your breath, you do 3 cat-cows, really slowly with the breath, slowing the breath down. So you're slowing the breath down and you're lengthening the breath. So we're inhaling and exhaling. And as you exhale, draw the belly into the back, into the spine. Pressing through the shoulders. Thighs are pressing forward. Inhale. We'll do one more. Exhale. Inhale. Coming to neutral. Exhale fully. The inhale extends the left hand forward and the right leg back. So pressing back through your heel, pressing out through the tips of the finger. Again, noticing your supports. Tops of the back leg, that's knee that's down, is pressing in, pressing out through the heel, opening fully through that left side body, breathing in and breathing out. Next, fully inhale, and then exhale as you draw your elbow into your hip and the right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knees to hip and elbow. One more. Inhale, fully extend. Inhale one more time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, release. And now we do the other side. Inhale, right hand reaches out. Again, maintain a neutral curve and support, navel support. Exhale fully, and then inhale, extend left leg long behind you. Continue to breathe in and breathe out, pressing back through that heel, keeping that hip lifted, pressing into the supporting hand, pressing into the tops of the foot, really reaching and opening that right side body, breathing in and breathing out. Now inhale fully, exhale, elbow to hip and knee to elbow. Inhale, exhale, elbow to hip, knee to elbow. Inhale, again pressing back that lifted leg through the heel, toes are pointed down. One more. Inhale fully, exhale, elbow to hip, knee to elbow. Inhale, release. Exhale, press yourself back into a child's pose. And breathe. Notice how the breath is showing up in your body. Feel as you inhale how the belly expands and presses into your thighs. Now here in this child's pose, soften your head between your shoulders to give length to the back of the neck. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale as you press yourself back to table. And let's come into a seated position. Find yourself into a comfortable seated position with your feet extended long. Inhale and reach your arms up. Again, before we fold forward, we're going to really feel that opening in your side body. Feel the fullness, full body activity, full body involvement in this seated forward fold. Exhale, reach your hands towards your toes. Maybe they come to your shin. Let it go. Exhale fully. Inhale, reaching arms, reach up, palms facing each other. One more time. The exhale takes you forward. You can reach to your toes or shin or even to your knees. Again, the whole idea is to keep length in the spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone as you exhale and lengthen. Inhale, again, reaching up. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Let's support yourself, bringing your hands behind you. Let's just begin to windshield wash. You can separate your feet a bit and just bring some movement to the left, to the right, and feel that spiraling from your heel all the way up through your legs and into your hips as you bring movement to your spine and to your lower back. This is a really low impact, beautiful massage for your lower back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Nowhere to go. Staying with your breathing, staying with your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, release your support. Draw your feet in. Again, coming back to a seated cross-legged position. And we'll just do some seated salutations. But first, let's take a breath here. Closing your eyes, and again, or softening your gaze. You can take one hand to the belly and one to your heart space. And just begin to notice the breath. And those places in your body where you can bring some softness, soften your shoulders. Let your shoulders just gently slide down your back. Allow the crown of the head to reach. Bringing a neutral curve into the spine. Draw the navel in, so begin to tilt the sacrum just a little bit, lengthening in your lower back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, release your hands and let the inhale draw your hands up overhead, palms come together. Exhale. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. Take a hold of the left wrist as you inhale, lengthening, and then exhale as you open that left side body by laterally stretching to the right side. And again, it's important to keep that left hip grounded so the opening is in your side body. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale back to center. Switch on wrist. Inhale, again lengthening through the spine, through the shoulders, all the way through the tips of the finger. And on the exhale, laterally stretch, opening the right side body. And again, working with the body you show up with today. That's all we can do. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale and release. Take a breath. Take a breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Inhale, palms reaches up overhead. And this time we're going to bring a little bit of a twist to the body. So It's going to be an inhale one more time, lifting and lengthening, and the exhale, you're going to take it to the right side. So the left hand is going to come to the right knee, and the right hand goes behind you. Find your support. Exhale, and then inhale, lifting and lengthening, and then exhale, rolling that right shoulder away from you, and then allowing the gaze to follow. So the twist begin in the lower abdomen, not in your chest. Beautiful seated spiraling of the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. And each exhale, there's a little bit more of a twist if you can. But just noticing if some space was created from the inhale and was manifested in the exhale. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully, drawing the navel to spine, and then inhale, lifting, inhale, lengthening fully, and then exhale, take it to the other side. The right hand comes to the left knee, the left hand goes behind. Land on that exhale. Inhale fully, pressing into the sits bone, crown of the head reaches up, and then the exhale, again, spirals you around, and the gaze follows. So focus on the breath, and can you create a little bit more space on your exhale? As you draw the navel to spine, it releases your lower back, and you can find a little bit more there. Even if there's nothing there to gain in terms of spiraling, you'll have achieved knowing where your edge is. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale one more time, reaching all the way up, fully. Exhale, bring your palms to your knees. Close your eyes. Go inside. Notice how these movements are landing in your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Big inhale. On the exhale, release your hands. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, draw your hands down the center. Inhale, interlace your fingers, press out. Exhale, draw your palms back to center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, drawing down. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching out. Pause here for a moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale fully, and on the exhale, the right hand reaches to the floor, and the exhale, take your left hand up and over into a side stretch. Again, keeping that left hip grounded. Staying with your breathing. The gaze can be down towards your palm, towards the top of that right hand, or the gaze could be up towards your fingertip. Just depends on how you're feeling today. Just breathe in and breathe out. And when you're ready, press into that supporting hand on the inhale, and then the exhale, draw the left hand. Find support, find your breath, make any adjustments that you need. And again, soften. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, the left hand reaches to the floor for support. And exhale, lateral stretch in the right side. And again, from here, you can keep your gaze down towards the top of that supporting hand, or you can take your gaze up overhead to your thumb. And again, just noticing the breath, maybe even noticing how open your right lung is compared to your left lung. Just notice. Inhale, fully lifting and lengthening. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up one more time. Exhale, pour forward. Both hand reaches to the floor. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, reaching through your shoulders. Exhale, bending the elbows, lowering, lengthening through the back body. Draw your chin to chest, lengthening the back of the neck, and breathe. Just breathe. 2 more breaths here. Notice if you can find a little bit more length on your exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now the next time you inhale, walk your palms out, away from the body. Walking the fingertips even further, really lengthening through your back body and your shoulders and arm. Keep the shoulders away from the ears as best you can, so there's a little bit of a spiraling around to drop the shoulders. And breathe in here and breathe out. And then going to inhale and begin to walk your hand to the right side of the body. Palms are on the floor, noticing the lengthening in the side body. And when you get to a place that's comfortable, you pause. Noticing how this seated twist has shown up in your body today. Again, you can keep the chin towards the chest to lengthen in the back of the neck, or you can keep your gaze soft down the very tip of your nose. Just breathe. Most important thing here is to keep the awareness on the breath. 2 more breaths here. And again, notice in your body where sensations are arising. Are they in your knee? And if you need to make adjustments, please make adjustments. Is it in the hip? How much more can you give? How much do you need to take away to find comfort in this posture, right? Or is it in your upper or lower back? Again, important to take this time to witness how the postures show up in your body. The next time you inhale, inhale fully, again, lengthening, softening the body, lengthening. And on the exhale, begin to move your hand back towards center. Continue to exhale as you bring your palms and your hands, this time to the left side of the body. And again, when you reach that place that this is sufficient, you pause. You inhale and you lengthen through the side body and the back body. And exhale as you just pour it over that left knee. And again, lengthening the back of the neck by keeping the chin tucked as you breathe in and breathe out. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Finding life and self-sufficiency in this moment through breathing and moving. Let's inhale here, lifting the chest, lifting the crown of the head. One more time. Exhale, even softening the elbows and bringing the crown of the head towards the knee. Chin is tucked, or the gaze is soft, out in front of you, maybe between your palms, between your hands. Now, inhale fully. Exhale, walking the fingertips away from you as far as you can, and begin on that exhale to move back to center and walk your hands all the way back in. And you may rest them on your knees. Find length in the back body. Release your shoulders. Let them draw down the back body. Inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Round your shoulders blades back towards each other. And let them drop softly behind you. One more time. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. Round them back. You can draw your hands along your thighs towards your hip. Just bringing a little bit more movement, not just in the shoulder blade, but in the back body, the elbows. Just really activating the whole body with this movement. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time as you bring a little bit more movement through the shoulder and the arms. Inhale, bring your elbows up and out. Exhale, draw them down, reach out forward. Inhale, palms now reach up and over. Draw them down, elbows reach back behind you. Clasp your hands behind you. Draw your elbows in towards each other and then reach out. Lifting the chest, lifting the chin, getting a nice soft back bend. And breathing. Feeling the opening in the front body, feeling the support of your seat, tops of your feet. Again, creating length, drawing the shoulders away from your ears, and you're breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, release the interlace of your hand, fully reach up. Exhale. Let's come into stillness for a moment here. First, I'd like to say thank you for joining me on this journey inside. I'd like to thank my teachers. Especially would like to thank the Hartford Public Library for allowing me to share this on their platform, because many of us right now need to find a way to find ease and comfort in our everyday activity. And I know that these are not normal times. So we have to take extraordinary caution and care so that we can be here even more for each other and our practice. So thank you for sharing this practice with me. I'm honored and I'm grateful. If you'd like to, place your hand under your belly and on your chest. Again, close your eyes. Know that you are blessed, you are loved, and you're supported. And we will get through these difficult times as always, together and as one. So again, thank you for your practice. Let's continue to support each other with love and appreciation. Namaste.